right, we're gonna play some Marth Puff on Final Destination. Now the important thing to know here is that Puff, oh, I was gonna try and call that out. Oh, freak. Well, this Puff, kind of good, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do against Puff is that was a good manipulation. Holy cow! Get me out of here. Puff is not gonna have a platform to land on, which is gonna make our punishes. Oh, it's supposed to be forward smash. That's gonna make our punishes and chase downs a little bit easier. But yeah, this Puff is pretty good. And we're just gonna punish the Puff for holding down there. Play off the DI, they wanted to crouch my grab. So again, you can see running under Puff can be kind of good. Oh, so they're just far enough away where I can't get that. I'm trying to nair the Puff out of the air because that's gonna give me a really good punish, but they seem to be weaving around it really well. There's our forward smash. Well, I really want them to jump in on my landing. And there's going to be our side B up tilt, catching Puff low. We're gonna be able to convert into that. So I'm having to think a little bit more than I was expecting versus this Puff, but we're making it work. So again, when you try to land your forward air, try to land it low. I really want them to jump into me, but they won't do it. Well, they did there. Oh, almost caught them jumping. Oh, I thought I had my jump still. Oh well, and that's gonna be the stock for them. So as you can see, Puff's really like holding down. Almost got that punish, that's okay. And Puff cornering Marth can be a bit tough for Marth to get out of. So now we're kind of back with center, so we're okay. And you can see I was always kind of weaving underneath the Puff, making it uncertain of where I was going to land. Give an extra grab, a little more percent. Very good drift by this Puff. Oh my. So again, they're always staying close enough to encourage me to attack, but they're always far enough away to threaten me. I really want them to jump into me, but they're not going to do it, I don't think. Oops. Fortunately, not going to be enough to get our kill here. Almost. And unfortunately, Puff did use a lot of her jumps there, so that's going to be our first game. So yeah, what was kind of going on in that match? There's a lot I could be talking about. Puff always weaving right around where Marth could swing, moving away. That's exactly how you want to play it as Puff, and catching out a lot of Marth's jumps. So again, I'm just trying to tack on as much damage as I can at this point. We don't mind the grab too much here. Oh, and my back air not coming out, I mind a little more. So you can notice the Puff's going to jump right when I try to... Puff's going to jump right when I try to come up with invincibility from the edge. So we're just going to play around that. Oh, I think I could have just forward smashed there. That's okay. Oh, Only they were expecting me to land an up tilt, looking for me to come down with an aerial probably. We're just gonna use Randall to get out. Yeah. So again, a lot of things Puff can do there to mix up the landing. We're going to change up our edge jump timing just because we need to make it uncertain for when we get back on stage. Don't want to plank the Puff, but it is hard for Marth to get back on stage. There's some good damage for us. I really want this Puff to jump into me, but they won't do it. Oh, I grabbed, hoping I was going to run through. And the back hit of our up air is going to close it out. Notice I jumped out near them, forced out a reaction. Now we just get our punish. And that's going to be a little more damage for us there, which is going to be really nice. And you can see they always drift kind of close, but they can always go a little farther away. Very unique Puff quality. I really, really want this Puff to jump into me. Whoa, and they really wanted to SDI up and out because I hit them off the ground. So not going to be quite enough to do that. I took my jump, so that's going to be that. So you can see they moved to a position where I can almost hit them. Oh, I really wanted that. Like, look how close they are, staying just outside of my move. Oops. I really want to forward smash this Puff, but they're not going to let me do it, I don't think. Teched one, didn't tech the other. That's all right. Not going to be quite enough, even with Yoshi's. But we're going to get our forward smash because Puff was not expecting that. We hadn't gone for that the whole game. But yeah, very interesting Puff match that we had there. Puff staying so close, landing right, or being right where I wanted to swing, encouraging me to swing. Then when I do, they're able to go for the counter hit. Very, very intelligent Puff play coming out. You could tell they really knew how to play the matchup. And then when they're on the ground, what do? They're usually crouching to avoid grab. I went for it once just to chump check them, got rested, so you could tell they were looking for it. Something that would have been good for me would have been to down tilt that a little bit more. But yeah, what did we do to play around them, weaving around our range? We went a little bit farther sometimes, or we just took our stage and then waited for them. While I didn't get to show you the best juggling, I still showed you I stayed between them and center a lot, or I would cross them up so they wouldn't know if I was going to try and jump into them with full hop. And yeah, I think those are really interesting, really fun games. You saw I did some DI mix-ups on them at low percent, opting for down throw a little more than forward throw just to keep them honest. But yeah, I mean, I showed them on platforms how they went a little farther too. Really interesting games. Good adaptation for both sides. GG's Palka. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some. I still think there was some good information in there, even if it was just the general idea from it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed some Marth Puff games. Very cool. You are being used as a lesson, darn it. But it was fun. Oh, frick, someone was asking about Sheik Puff earlier, but I think they were asking from the other side. Anyway, Sheik Puff, what do? We're going to try and hit the Puff out of air with our air aerials. And we're going to see if the Puff's going to hold down. They didn't. So we're going to try and pressure them. We're just going to kind of nickel and dime the Puff until we can get something like that. Yeah. Need to go a little bit higher before I went for the... oops. It's supposed to be a fair. Looking very greedy for the grab. What is the Puff doing when they're landing? They're coming down. They're coming down and... they're coming down and wave dashing back, or coming down and crouching. So this Puff really wants to avoid grab. Right, that's something this Puff really cares about. So I'm going to stop trying to grab this Puff, because I think that's what they're always looking out for. I lied. But I wanted to get him. Anyway. All right. So now we're going to come in with some of these nairs, and I think the reason I wanted to do these is it covers jump, and it can also pressure Puff on the ground probably. I think maybe another pummel might have been enough to do it. Notice we're not going to be going for some of these grabs, especially at KO %. Puff's going to be looking for them more. So you can just grab into kill. Forward tilt's going to catch Puff out of the air. You're noticing Puff staying a little more grounded now. Probably should have went for the edge there. Oh, I didn't think they would be able to reach me. And it did DI up as well, so that's going to be their stock. Puff want to go high. We can just pressure that out. So notice, again, they rolled. They're looking for the... They're looking for the grab. Okay, we backed up, let them think they were safe there. Forward air is going to be a big explosive tool, going to challenge Puff in the air. They've been going over my needles, so we're just going to make sure we hit him in the air this time. We really want that needle damage. Weak hit's going to get us a good position for pressure. Jumping out a stun from this Puff. And so that's going to be our first game. Did an okay job at the edge guard. They're going to go ahead and leave. But you can see that once we got past the getting rested for spamming grab phase of the matchup, we did all right. If the Puff had been spamming crouch a little bit more at lower %, it might have been a little bit harder to rack up damage. But we were finding a way to get our needles. We were finding a way to snipe the Puff out of the air. We were finding a way to land our tilt on the Puff to combo into things a little bit, and even finding a grab occasionally. So not too bad for us for our fledgling Sheik experience, but certainly have things to learn, have more control of the character to get. GG's to B.